Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Link to the Past. I don't even know what I was going for there. Anyway, last time we did some stuff, got a lot of items, and this time we're going to get a few more items and then go on to the next dungeon. Now, first off, I'm going to show you where I am on the map. This is the Dark World, and I'm going up towards Zora's River because I actually need to go there to get a power-up that I would really love to get. Or an item that I'd really love to get, because it's really useful, actually. And it's good to note that you can't warp while you're in the Dark World. Anyway, I need something to talk about. Ganondorf. Ganon was just mentioned to us by the last maiden that we saved, just a few moments ago. And that's actually the first time that his name's mentioned in this game. You thought Aghanim was the main enemy of the game? You were wrong. It's actually Ganondorf. It's always Ganondorf somehow. Even Twilight Princess, right? Zant? Yeah, no. I'm not going to spoil that for people who don't know, but yeah, Ganondorf's in it. Anyway, once we get up here to where the entrance to Zora's River is, if we take this skull and throw it into the middle here, a giant catfish! Was it you who disturbed my peaceful nap? I'll give this to you if you go away. And he gives us the Quake Medallion. And for those of you who don't get the symbolism here, the reason that's a catfish there is because in Japan, they thought that earthquakes were caused by catfish moving around underwater. So that's why it's a catfish. Just makes sense, you know, if you get it. Anyway, magic mirror, so we can teleport. Oh my god, crabs. 2 points of damage, no thank you. Anyway, now we're gonna warp. Those crabs are dangerous, I tell you what. Anyway, we're gonna warp down here to 7, even though we're not in the Dark World, and we don't really have a way to go to the Dark World right here, because this is the next dungeon, I'll tell you that right now. There are ways to get to the Dark World other than going to Hyrule Castle. Which, if you didn't know, that Ganondorf turned that into a warp to the Dark World. So, there's a warp right here to the Dark World. Awesome. So, now we'll be able to get to the dungeon that we need to go to without a problem. So, I might actually have to cut this dungeon into a couple parts since we're starting this at such a time as 3 minutes in, and it's a long dungeon. So, let's start it. So, now that we're in here, you might notice, oh, we need to go up there, but we can't do anything about it. Well, let's go ahead and talk to Sahasrahla for information on that. It is I, Sahasrahla. Objects exist simultaneously in both worlds as similar shapes. If the form of a thing changes, it'll affect the same shape of its twin in another world. Sahasrahla has a speech impediment. Anyway, yeah, so if we drain the water in the light world, the water will also be drained in this world. So, I'm going to go ahead and walk out. Use the magic mirror to go back into the light world. Huzzah! And now let's go and drain the water. And this is what I like about dungeons in this game, particularly. I mean, you have to go out of the dungeon to solve a puzzle that's inside the dungeon. It's not often that Zelda games do that. And that's why I really love this game. It makes you do things that, you know, you would otherwise not think of or have you do. And I don't really think any other Zelda games have you do a thing outside of a dungeon to solve a puzzle that's inside of a dungeon. And it's really cool. Anyway, this is kind of a water dungeon, I guess. It's not really a water dungeon, but it's a dungeon of water, so there you go. It's not hard like the water dungeon, but, you know, the water temple. I keep missing what names it's calling it. The map is... Hold on. I'm going to go back up here. The map is through this bombable wall. There's nothing else there, so I'd rather not go there. And I am getting bombarded by so much crap right here. We're going to go this way, starting out. And this dungeon I consider to be much easier, much easier than the previous dungeon we were in. Mainly for the fact that it's pretty linear. In the last dungeon, you could have it done many ways, and it kind of gets confusing if you lose yourself along the way. But this dungeon is actually quite simple in the fact that you pretty much only have one way to go all the time. Can you die? Thank you. You too. You just... Okay, I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm dying. Jeez. I hate everything. Anyway, if we push this switch, it'll fill the dungeon with water. And that's actually a pretty cool animation right there. And that's, you know, another reason to love this game, you know? Anyway, let's bomb this wall to see what's in. Because even I don't know, and I'd like to know. Oh, I think we only have 5 rupees here. Yeah, because it's just a bomb that... Yeah, that's pointless. Shouldn't have gone. See, that's why I usually don't go to optional places. They're most of the time useless. Anyway, now that we've filled the water here, we can go and do this thing right here. And say hello to the main room of the temple. We'll be coming back here quite a few times. But for now, let's just head on here. And yes, you can see the dungeon item right up there. You won't know what that is for a while. If you would have noticed, when I swung my sword, these things shoot at you whenever you swing your sword. So I'm going to use pots, or the Dark World's equivalent to pots for the Dark World. Yeah, instead of pots, you'll have skulls in the Dark World. And you know what? I'll mention that later. Ooh, a block puzzle, but we can't do anything with the blocks. Sadness. You know what? Since I've got you curious, I'm gonna go ahead and say it now. When you have the sword fully upgraded, you can cut the gold skulls and pots with your sword and break them. But I think you can only do that on the Game Boy Advance version. I'm gonna try it out in the SNES version just to make sure you can't, but I don't think you can. Anyway, as you saw, we need to fill the water up here so we can get through again. That clinging is getting a little annoying, so we're gonna let it go. And open up the water. Boop. Great. I love these puzzles. They seem really hard, but they're easy to remember and thus make me feel good about myself. I'm gonna leave that orb that way. Actually, you know what? No, crap, we can't do that. Because there's a part later where you have to have the blue down up, so we're going to have to go the long way around this. Good thing I remembered that, because I would not want to come back here. Trust me. Alright, so now that we have the water raised, I'm kind of hoping to find... Actually, I don't think you can find hearts in something that you've already... Oh my god, that thing chased me pretty well. I don't think you can find hearts in ones that you've already broken. So I'm going to check this one right here. And a heart. And blobby things. I think these things are actually chews. Those green things we see in the overworld, those are not chews. They don't call them chews, at least. Alright, no reason to deal with those enemies. I don't think there's anything up here. But we can use this block puzzle here. So that's what we need to do. Nothing up there except for more water, so we don't need it. So, on to the first floor of this dungeon. Oh god, this thing is a buttload of stuff I don't want to deal with. Oh my god, hold on. I'll use it when I really need to. Which is like now. That fireball thing is owning my... Okay, yep, we're using it. Oh my god, close calls for days. I guess I could show off quick. I'll do it later, because no reason to do it now. Go ahead and get the boomerang for no particular reason. Oh, come on. Fireballs. Oh, I moved it wrong way! No! Alright, well, we're gonna go ahead and go this way then. Crap. I moved it the wrong way. There's a thing in here, and it's 20 rupees. That was actually pretty sad on my part right there. Probably should have remembered it to move it upwards, because you can move blocks in any direction. But it doesn't have to be the right direction for it to move, which sucks. At the very least. Fireball guy, shoot into my shield. I keep forgetting that shield blocks fireballs. I didn't even have reaction time right there, come on. Alright, well, fall into here. And we have more skulls. Button no 5. This is why we need to press the switch. See, it would have been really sucky to have to go back and get the switch now, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? You know it would. I think we just have rupees in all of these. Yeah. Oh, and that thing's gonna be there again. Anyway, we have the big key now, so now we can go back to that area with the thing that we saw and get the boss or the dungeon item. So let's go do that, why don't we? And in this case, it's not better to use the magic mirror because the entrance is quite a ways from here. And I'd rather not go through some of the things that we had to go through getting here again. I hate the snaky thing. Okay, it's gonna hit me anyway. Well, fine. Anyway, now that we're back out here, let's get the dungeon item. Ooh, 20 rupees. I don't really need it. The hook shot, infamously fan favorite item of the game. Of the Zelda series, really. Anyway, we need to come this way so we can get a key. And we also need to not get hit by everything in existence. Also, this being a thing, you see how we can see those two golden skulls up there? You can't see them in the Game Boy Advance version. So I will mention that I like this version of the game better because you can see a lot more on the screen. The screen's a lot larger in this version, so, you know, not being able to see those two gold skulls up there is like a big problem whenever you're trying to get through this dungeon. So there's another flaw with the Game Boy Advance version that lots of people don't care. I'm not sure how you're going to... Well, I guess you could just look at it. Anyway, we're going to push this statue onto the switch right here. And not go that way. We're going to come to the other side of the room. And go in this door. Because this is where we need to go. Use a hookshot to knock these guys out without touching them. And they'll electrify you if you try to sword them while they're electrifying themselves. You can hit them with the sword, I should mention. Just not when they're electrifying themselves. And that's why the hookshot's useful. Anyway, this lever, as opposed to raising the water, drains it. So now we'll be able to get to a couple more areas. I'm going to go up here. Hold on, get those rupees, because you never know. You never know. And there's a whole crap load of ways to go in this room. I hate this room, so we're just going to go up here. That room is the most confusing thing in life. And I'd rather not deal with it at the moment. Once again, like speedrunning tactics, don't remember any rooms that you don't absolutely need. That's how it works. I'm pretty sure inside all those chests are just stupid items that you don't need. And we need to outspeed the current here to get the key that's right here. And you know what sucks? This guy's always going to be here to ruin your day. Okay, we're going to try and get him to move out of the way a little. Alright, let's go. There we go. Managed to get through that without getting hit. That room's sometimes a problem for me. Anyway, we are at the boss already. That didn't actually take as long as I thought. Not nearly. Well, we're going to need the hookshot for this. Let's go! This boss is a bugger. Although not nearly as hard as the previous boss. I'll tell you that much right now. In fact, he's like a joke compared to the previous boss. Oh god! You need to... Oh, you can't hurt those things without slashing them directly with your sword. Each of these things will take 2 hits to bring down. I think there's a faster way to kill them. I just don't remember it at the current moment. But you want to use your hookshot to take them away from the main body, and then just slash away at them. And if the main body regains them, then they regain the health that you take away. Oh wait, no they don't. Never mind. Well, thanks for telling me I'm wrong there, game. I actually kind of prefer me being wrong. Oh god. Alright, he's almost down to his body. Come on, there we go. Ah, it hit me. Dang it. Well, each of these puffs will only take 1 slash now. Unless, of course, he regains them. Alright, now he's going to go crazy, and we're going to equip our bow and arrows. Actually, no we're not, because that's not very safe. This guy's going to go crazy all around the spot, and just like stay in a corner or something. Oh god. And continually do spins, because he won't be able to hurt you that way. Otherwise, this guy can be really dangerous. And you kind of want to get in his path. Anyway, that wasn't a hard boss at all. I only lost 4 hearts in that. So with that, we're going to collect the heart container, and for first time in a long time, do a spinny thing. That was cool. Anyway, we have now gotten the second crystal. Oh boy. Makes me happy, because it makes me happy. Yes, I understand. And with that, we knew a lot more about Ganondorf than we knew previously. So that's nice, but I think I'll end off this episode right here. Next time, I don't know what we're gonna do, so I'll see you all on the next episode of Link to the Past. Goodbye.